Virgos. This is Virgo. Virgos. This is Virgo Psychic Tarot. We gotta talk. Don't believe the anxiety in your head. Clear as day. You are going through something specifically. What's going on, Virgo babies? Nine of Swords in the upright, especially when it comes to your money, your finances, and career. You're definitely going through something. So I don't know what that is, but Virgos, you're new. What up? I'm shamelessly sexy Jackie Boo. I am a psychic medium, channeler, tarot reader, astrologer, Reiki practitioner, sexual energy healer, confidence coach, all the damn things. I need you to smash subscribe, turn on the notification bells, hype this video if you want me to do your reads more. Thank you for the one like who's ever out there in the chat. I appreciate you. Hopefully you come back because now we're down to 2. And make sure to share this with any Virgos out there. First off, happy freaking birthday. Yes, the eclipse season is here. You're going to be feeling these energies. Maybe you're naturally just very anxious right now overall, specifically here. But I decided to title this reading, Don't Believe the Anxiety in Your Head. It actually came from your psychic channeled message download here. If you feel so inclined to go back to the previous collective reading, click on that, watch it. Definitely do support the channel, boo, and see what resonates with you. You'll have to let me know through confirmations and all the damn things. But Virgos, here's the message I got for you. I got this message like a couple weeks ago as your psychic channel download here. I have been going through some things myself here, so thank you for your patience with me, everything like that. With your reads here, let's discuss this. So Virgo, this is what I got for you. Care, compassion, joy, success. You are the best. You're doing better than you think. Don't believe that anxiety in your head. Matches the Nine of Swords energy. Your brain might be playing tricks on you. Call it out and say something out loud, boo. No, that's wrong. Cancel, clear, delete it. We don't need it. Move along. Next energy. Remember, you're the next energy, which I thought was really cool and empowering. So remember that. You have not fallen. You are rising up. And literally you got Queen rising, but it's in the reversed here. So we'll discuss the cards here. But congratulations. There's some sort of win, celebration, and a happiness ahead. Of course, it's your birthday season. That's obvious. I got this prior to your birthday season, though. So maybe it came beforehand or is coming soon. And then I got the song, like, Nothing Can Stop Me. I'm all the way up. So I don't know if you're getting a promotion. I don't know if you're like flying, traveling. I don't know if you're just like having a really good time for some of you out there. But for others of you, Spirit's really asking you to have this self-belief, this promotion, this level up energy and this next level, and believing that that is out there. And that was very interesting. I got, it's morphin' time, like the Power Rangers. So I don't know if you like celebrated your birthdays growing up with the Power Rangers. I don't know if you just need to remember, hey, I got the power, like that energy. But Spirit's asking you, some of you've shape-shifted and morphed into a powerful energy, knowing you can do this. Others of you need to be embodying that a little bit more. Some of you are going to be receiving lots of compliments, accept them, and say thank you. Like, move along, don't question it, don't be in your head about these things. So title of your read is Don't Believe the Anxiety in Your Head. Let's jump into career right away. We'll talk about relationships, sexual energies, money, finances, career, retirement here, spiritual energies, and clarify what we need to with the tarot. But your cover photo, clearly you are nervous about your career here. This is the career tarot deck that I'm using here. So you pulled the Nine of Swords cards in the upright and King of Coins in the reverse. I don't know if some of you went through a job loss. I don't know if some of you lost, a provider within your family. I don't know if you've been through grief and death and dying. There's a butterfly outside of my window that could be significant to you, going through some sort of major death, rebirth, transformation here overall, or even losing out on some sort of crop or harvest, or maybe even a family farm here specifically. But there's something about this. You could be taking medications for your anxiety. You don't have to be. Some of you could also be specifically not sleeping at night, tossing, turning, nervous, or having bad nightmares about money, and then that's manifesting. So I see you needing to create better thought patterns here when it comes to career, and ask yourself what you are also manifesting and creating, because you co-create your reality. compatibility with the divine. We do have Mars in Libra at its detriment. So I don't know if taking action on career or steps or changes or decisions has maybe been hard for you. 444 is showing up for you as well as 666. And yeah, 444 in the cards here. And 33. You could be 44, you could be 33. Nobody likes you when you're 23. Maybe you're listening to Blink. I don't know. Maybe you're just feeling not really liked right now. But when it comes to your money, your finances, and career, Spirit wants you to create something better from this. You might be building your own empire here. Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, or even hiring on someone who's done this themselves, a guide, a guru, a mentor, a creative, a career coach, a career counselor, because you are settling for less than you deserve here. And you're trying to use all the tools in your toolbox to make something work that like isn't. Mechanic and settling. Overall, you could be a mechanic. It could be quite literal. But this is also asking yourself if you're getting paid what you're worth. Don't settle for a dead-end job, but you don't see an opportunity for growth, which there isn't in these cards. And your money is stable, but you're not making enough to keep you happy. And I just feel like a lot of you are not happy. You're tired. You're burnt out. You're stressed. You're nervous. Someone does need to watch that reading when it comes to the channeled messages, because I talked about mental health. So please take care of your mental health and know that no job, career, anything is worth it. The general messages really relate to the career here, so let's get into it. You have Queen Rising in the reverse, and we also had this rising energy in your psychic channeled message. You almost don't believe this, and Spirit's asking you to be the problem to your solution, or you get to be your problem to your problem. Choose wisely here. And a lot of you are in this fake it till you make it, toxic, positive energy here. And if you do need to invest your money into something that is going to help you with your health, do it now, because the next card underneath that says don't be cheap and don't cheat your energy. For some of you, this could be with the relationship with yourself, others, marriages, hookups, friends, or your mental health, but you almost need to step into this power of self-belief. For others of you, you need to be careful of any addictions, bad habits, self-sabotage here specifically, because I do see that coming up for some of you. And it's almost like you don't believe in yourself here, but Spirit's like, hey, we believe in you. You pulled the Higher Realms card, and out of the Real AF Relationships card, it's almost like you feel like you are unworthy of love, or that you don't deserve some sort of work opportunities, when clearly you genuinely do. There's multiple offers and dates, love, work, and opportunities, so remember that, and the divine has your back here. You may need to do some self-reflection on this here specifically and close up some cycle overall, because your confidence is lacking here. You could, potentially feel like things aren't going as well. You could be depressed, and you could also be stuck in your head in some sort of mindset with the Seven of Swords. And wow, I'm not making this much money at this point in my life, and this person in my family made this much, and I don't have this generational wealth. For others of you, this could be breaking up, some sort of divorce situation, or something that didn't pan out during Leo season. For sexual energies, it seems like you really want to have a lot of heartfelt conversations with people. You pulled the moon in the 4th house here overall, but you want to be able to create deep bonds with a sexual connection here. So it's more emotional than it is sexual. And maybe you are demisexual specifically, or your moon's in the 4th house, or you have 4th house placements, but Spirit's also asking you to deep dive within yourself here. You could also have Virgo moon. Maybe I'm talking to someone with that placement, but 7 of Cups, you do have a lot of options here, even when it comes to relationships. And you might even be questioning these opportunities because you got opportunities again. You might have a lot of sex dreams specifically because you got 4 seductions underneath it, but King of Pleasure is Pentacles in the reverse. So a lot of you, I need you to work on your negative self-talk, your energy, being potentially in a negative mindset. And this won't resonate with everyone, but Spirit is literally showing it in multiple decks, multiple cards, same cards, energies coming up. King of Pentacles in the reverse is feeling like you lost some sort of legacy, you lost some sort of wealth, or someone who's not stable and giving you energy. Pentacles can be about money, yes, and it's also the energy. And so I feel like some of you potentially feel like someone needs to come and save me, or I was told someone would come save me here, or maybe you've wanted that and it hasn't happened. For others of you, you, you're really frustrated because you're like, wow, no one's actually here for me. No one's actually showing up for me. Do they actually care about me in sexual partnerships, relationships, in my work life? You know, I'm working a lot and this doesn't feel like it's paying out here. Pay attention to your health during this time. Your oracle messages, though, you got two different cards that came out, and it came out bliss on top, but underneath it was blood month. Card 21, which says sacrifice, offerings, decisions, and bliss, contentment, satisfaction, and security. I feel like you're wanting to go from these darker, shadowy energies to this lighter, like contentment energy here overall. And I feel like for some of you, it may not be till after your birthday season, because this card just kind of gives me Libra energy here. But it's also like you wish some people realized the sacrifices that you had to make with money, with your finances, with your family, with your careers, in order to maybe have some sort of security in your life, and for new seeds to be planted here. There's something that is dead here overall. This is like dead energy. Someone in your life could be passing on. For others of you, I feel like you are potentially in a dead end marriage. You've sacrificed a lot, dead end job. You're kind of done here. And something new wants to be watered, where it's like you get this fresh new life here specifically. Okay. So, Virgos, only take what resonates with you. I know this is not a like, yay, happy-go-lucky birthday reading, woohoo. And you know what? Sometimes that's just how the messages are. Those who align with this will understand this, read, and those that don't won't, but I always say that's the first chunk. We'll see where this reading goes overall specifically here. And I don't know why, but Virgos, when I have, like, I usually typically like getting, you know, reads done during my birthday season, because it's like there's such a big collective of readers out there, but then also like Virgos out there, right? And so it's like that's one of the reasons why I always focus like my reads for me when it comes to like my people that I like to go to as well for that, and healing energies out there, to be like, is this me? Is this not for me? But I also use discernment based off of the messages they're giving me, because I'm getting the sense of you feel like you never know who you can trust. And so if you're wondering who can I trust in some sort of situation, there might be something about that here. Most important oracle message out of the fairy deck. We're pulling from a new deck today for Virgo energy. It just gives me like your kind of vibe season here, naturey, woodsy, you know, earthy, going back to school time. And I was just feeling this kind of vibe. Fairies maybe are significant to you, because I haven't said that to the channel yet today, but you're my first like collective read. So messages. Also, let me know what you're doing to celebrate your birthday and what resonates with you. Thank you. The most important message for you is the fairy Nord. So a lot of you have been very patient. You've been very cooperative, and you've been planning a lot of things here. It's kind of like you've been looking in the mirror here, and it's almost like, wow, this is such a beautiful unicorn energy. I am so unique. I am so authentic. I am so real here. And it's almost like people didn't see it. There could be some sort of wish fulfillment coming true. 31, some of you could be in your Saturn return here specifically overall. There's also something about the number 9, but there could be some sort of wish fulfillment that came in. But I feel like you've been in this soul contract with spirit, planning, cooperating, moving forward, and having a lot of patience with this. And maybe it's felt kind of frustrated to you, but I feel like this is also nice to kind of hermit your energy during the night. You know, she's kind of sitting there protecting her peace, just looking down at ease. She's threading everything on this. Oh, it's crochet. Okay, I thought it was a mirror. So mirrors could be significant to you. Crochet could be significant to you, but it's like taking the time to reap the biggest reward here, right? Maybe you're interested in art. Maybe you're doing something with your hands. Maybe you crochet. Maybe it's something that requires a lot of detail-oriented planning and processes. And Virgos, who's better than that than you? Like nobody here, okay? So there's a lot of something that you've been waiting for to come in, but I feel like there is some sort of blessing. Namaban, yes, shining hope future here, okay? So there is a blessing. There is a hope here. There is something happening with the future, okay? Boss daddy. Some of you may be scared to be a business owner or to be the boss at a company here with all that career energy coming out, but you got BDE, get it, baby. You're going to be a CEO, CFO, COO, moving in silence on this, and that could be why something's giving you maybe a little bit of anxiety or stress with work, but you're going to be winning. Virgos, this is what I channeled, okay? So we love that. You'd be receiving an award, trophy, something for hard work, effort here, or even in like your day-to-day hobby life, right? Like maybe you play sand volleyball, soccer, you bowl, you, I don't know, play in a basketball league, a dodgeball league, a tournament, okay? Ready, set, dodgeball. Yeah, you're kind of like dip, dive, duck, dip, dodge. Like maybe you're dodging a bullet with something here. I don't know. Okay, same shit, different day. Watch my collective reading. Travel. Yeah, you're kind of wanting to shake shit up here overall. You may be going for work. Be a traveling nurse for some of you here. I don't know why I'm getting that. Or even photographer specifically. And you're kind of ignoring some people in your life during this time. You could have a cat. Lavender could also be significant to you. You might be going somewhere sunny or like around a beach because that card says ride the wave here. But I feel like you're also like releasing some sort of thing where it's like, this is the same shit, different day. I'm not doing this. And I feel like you need to take a break here. Moving on. Thank you, next energy. What the hell? I totally said that in your download. Okay, so a lot of you are moving on from something pretty significant here. This card's giving me like 3 of Cups energy, being around people who really love you, care about you, want to celebrate you, and into this like winning season. Some of you, I feel like you're taking more time off in order to have more time with family or friends or whatever. And it's like traveling with a group of people. Maybe you're going on a retreat. Maybe you're biking, mountain biking, whatever. There's also something about how some of you are kind of like in this transition where you have worked so much, so hard that you're just so anxious that you kind of have this control that you have to give up here specifically. That's so interesting that like you don't know if you can trust everybody, if you are the CEO, to get everything done at your job or whatever. And that's where you like might get stuck like with traveling or whatever. But I think you need to ignore any like work emails, colleagues, whatever. Let's get some more info about this. Same shit, different day. Someone's threatened by you here? Okay. So, hold on. What else, Virgos? Okay. Cool. Okay. Virgos, there's someone around you who can't manipulate you anymore, but you see through somebody and through these energies of the situation. You're in this like hermit card energy where you've gained a lot of wisdom from meditating and seeing people who do the same shit different day, kind of stuck in the matrix. And it's almost like those types of people aren't actually living, they're existing. And you almost see that in them. You kind of see that they're this like walking zombie here. Someone here isn't like happy for you. They're not happy for your travels. They're not happy for your work travels. They're not happy for your pleasurable travels here because you got like a one-upper in your energy. Well, it's like, oh, I went to Bali. And it's like, well, guess what? I backpacked through all of Europe and went here and there and everywhere. And it's like, shut up. Like it's like there's someone around you who's threatened when they see you doing great things in life. And it's kind of like and then when you say something, they want to comment and they always have to have the last word here. And it's like, be quiet. And they talk about something that they think is like bigger to make themselves feel better here. And it's almost like you're annoyed. You're kind of like, that's cool. But you also let it go. Like, yeah, get that dirt off your shoulder. You gotta get that dirt off your shoulder. Maybe you're listening to music. I don't know why. You're getting a lot of songs, I feel like. But this person consistently tries to one-up you because they're insecure with themselves and they don't shine like you. So there's something about your aura being very magnetic right now. Your persona, your personality. People are really seeing beautiful things in you. And it's like this other person or people in your life just don't like it. And you're also like being the bigger person by letting them think that they're better. You're just like, we'll just let you think that here, right? Because you know deep down inside, like nobody's better. And that's like what it means, being the bigger person. I think people talk about being the bigger person means like letting people walk all over you. And it's like, no, it's like you've learned to be like, I'm just going to let that shit go. There's no point. Like, and it's not someone who is being like, you know, abusive, like, you know, little t trauma emotionally or psychologically. It's just like, this doesn't deserve my energy. Ignoring because you're literally kind of blocking out things right now that maybe don't serve a purpose for you in life. And Spirit actually does want you to ignore, like, yeah, these kind of one-up energies, laugh at them, but they do want you to connect with them specifically. So it's kind of like you might need some time off phone, computers, screens, to really work with Spirit during this time, to work with your guides here and connect with them. Some of you do need to get grounded. And you are also moving on from like victim, victor, or the victim kind of mentality from other people. This person could be watching you here specifically. And they got smart, dumb energy. Cool. And you're leaping forward and leaving. Good. Love that. It's just like smart, dumb energy. It's like people think that like you have to have a lot of education to be smart, but that's not the truth. And then it's like people with less education could be very wise, but then there's also people who might be trying to play dumb around you, and it's just like, okay, cool. And this person, and I think I mentioned something about a control freak, so I feel like maybe this could be you, this could be them, Virgo. Take what resonates with you. They could be the control freak, you could be the control freak, or this person claims victim in their life, and they want you to kind of like clean up their mess and deal with it. And that's why you're moving on. Okay. Let's clear. Nice. Maybe you need to do some clearing. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Clearing of old energies, decluttering your house, out with the old, in with the new, but you don't need as much stuff, boo. Yeah, Two of Swords. Block out and get rid of shit from like people from the past that you don't want to be around. Yeah, the Devil card in the reverse. Some of you have freed yourself from those individuals or like their energies. For others of you, it's like you need to do round 2 is what Spirit's saying. Thank you all for the 2 likes. Appreciate you. Love you, Virgos. Virgos, same shit, different day. You're enlightened. 6 of Pentacles. Nice. Devil card in the reverse. You're just leaving toxic people. We have 6 people in the chat here. And this is also people who don't want to show up for you specifically here. You could have seen a Capricorn do this. This could be a Capricorn. You could have it in your chart here overall. But there's something that you released yourself from. And I feel like it was more so people taking advantage of your thoughts, your wisdom, your energy, and almost not giving it back to you. And I feel like that's why you're like, I'm out. Wheel of Fortune. But Spirit sees it. Spirit's giving it back to you. I feel like Spirit's aligning you with the right people. Okay, the right people, the right cycles moving forward, and the right and being centered. Okay. Norse guides and goddesses could be significant to you. But there's something around like justice in a situation here, Virgo, is coming to fruition. You're going to have a lot of luck, accolades, and success. And these people who almost wanted to like manipulate you or use you for your energy, use you for your money, use you for your talents or your abilities, they're going to get their karma, but you're going to get their glow up, and you're going to get the glow up, and that's also going to be like a part of their karma here is what I'm seeing overall. And you're walking away. Congratulations. Yeah, you've let go of these burdens, turned them into blessings. Sagittarius in the reverse, Temperance. It's like these unbalanced individuals. 5 of Cups, energy vampires, someone who could be potentially struggling with depression here overall. And this could be closing up this eclipse cycle. So you're eclipsing this out. Congratulations. Could also be a Pisces. You could have it in your chart. Tell me about travel and one up. Are you going on a birthday trip? Y'all should let me know. High Priestess in the reverse. Cancer. Ooh, Justice. Libra. 3 of Pentacles. Wow. So there's some sort of group situation or trip that maybe you weren't meant to go on, and I see you maybe going on something solo here, okay? There's a group of people that doesn't like your success, and Spirit's like giving them their karma here. Could be a karmic individual. You could have Libra or Cancer in your chart. You don't have to. But Spirit's like almost showing you that they don't want to work on their shadow, so why should you have to take on their energy? And I don't see you taking on their energy. You see how the fist is out and it's completely blocked, and it's almost like and this person is armed in the Justice card here, okay? Queen of Cups, you're moving on by yourself here. 2 of Swords, you're blocking out these people. There could have been someone that you met on like a group trip or traveling, yeah, and it wasn't successful. Cancer, Chariot card in the reverse. Be careful about your car, or this person's having car trouble. Meanwhile, you are flying like the Aquarius in the sky. You're flying high to new beginnings here. Cool. Tell me about ignoring spirit guides. Maybe some of you are ignoring your spirit guides. And you're like, I know I need to get grounded. I know I need to meditate. I know this would help my anxiety. But you're not. 8 of Swords. Yep, you're holding yourself back. The Tower moment and you're ungrounded. What did I just say? Eight of Wands. So you have 8-8 showing up here. I don't remember off the top of my head what spirit guide that is. That's in one of my other decks that we haven't used. But that could be a spirit guide that has been wanting to work with you for a while, and it's almost like you've held yourself back from connecting with them. And there's also something around like needing to get grounded every morning. The Tower is in the reverse, and so this is Aries season. So this could be something that Spirit's asking you to think back on in Aries season as well. Maybe the year 1988, that Chinese like zodiac year. I don't know, whatever the year that is, the animal, that could be a totem for you specifically here overall. But there's something about like you're almost ignoring your team here. And they don't like it. Yeah, 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands. You're ignoring your ancestors here. And they want to bring you some sort of wealth here because we have 8888. But there's almost like this pattern. So you may need to work with the law of abundance. That's Archangel, who's 888. And abundance does not just mean money. It means time. It means freedom. It means community. It means connections. It means discounts. It means free lunches, someone paying for you, coffee, upgrades, just different stuff here. But it's almost like your ancestors and your guides want to bring you some sort of like blessing here, but you're ignoring them. So I feel like you need to move forward with this and plant new seeds with them. Some of you need to be offering them flowers, maybe sunflowers. Maybe there's someone who's connected to a Leo here. I don't know why. And move forward with that kind of energy specifically overall. They're saying they miss you. So Virgos, I don't know who that message is for. If you don't know who your spirit guides are, who to work with, book me for an astrology reading. Yeah, 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups. If you are traveling and you're more relaxed, like they may show up in a dream, or there might be 3 signs, 3 synchronicities, or a group of people that give you some sort of message with this. And it's not going to have you feel like you can't connect with them or tap in with them or you're left out in the cold. They're giving you some sort of success, some sort of golden nugget, okay? We shall see. Be mindful of victims and victor in your life, be it you, other people here. Yes, again, we're talking about shadows overall. Subconscious shadows, 95% need to be brought to the conscious, and 5%, or conscious light 5, to recognize where you went wrong and where you can go right. And I feel like that's leaving these passed on energies, and healing's not a journey, it's an adventure here. Careful as someone trying to use you for your clout or your energies, being an elitist, opportunist here overall. It's someone that's trying to benefit off of you. Again, don't be cheap with your energy. So seek healing during this time, especially for mind, body, soul, everything. You have bigger expenses later when you don't take care of self, health, wealth, all the things. So be mindful of that. And there's an ambulance going off in the background as I say these things. In the reverse, I feel like you're releasing anybody that hurt you, harmed you, any grudge holders here overall. And someone might be dirt digging or vice versa. You're looking shit up. Yes, creeping owls. That could be a sign. This could be going on at night here. Boss daddy. This could also be, again, a headhunter, recruiter, whatever, or someone that might want to hire you, looking up your resume. So you may need to like polish it up. But Spirit's also saying step into your life purpose, act on those ideas. There's a light bulb moment that's coming in for you, and it could bring in some sort of legal contract here overall. Shuffle. Virgos. Cool. Got perfection and loss here overall. You're the perfectionist of the collective here. Done is better than perfect for anybody that needs to hear that specifically. There also could have been a job opportunity that you felt like was a perfect fit, but then you lost it, or it was this place's company's loss here. You're getting a lot of twos. Setbacks and transporters. So Spirit's saying move on from this situation. Things will start to move quickly for you. Don't lose hope. And the final setback is forcing you to get more organized with your finances and overall energy. Ask for help if you're drowning. Okay? Look at your financial situation and you have resources remaining. And again, legal. This could be in banks, courts, contracts. There could be some legal matters related to financial issues. You could also receive money from some sort of legal matter. And maybe that's happening during Libra season with the scales. But this is a good time to handle that. Some of you might be traveling for work or have some sort of travel for work opportunity. And you've been like waiting for this, but maybe you can't pay for that right now. So your guides are saying ask for help, maybe from other people. 5 of Blades in the reverse. Yeah, someone is willing, a group of people is willing to help you with this opportunity. Queen of Wands in the reverse, but you need to build the confidence and self-esteem to actually ask for that. 10 of Wands, rather than like burning yourself, overthinking about it, distracting yourself, having a lot of responsibilities and not prioritizing this, okay? Remember, you are enough. And some of you need to work on money fears or fears of failure, okay? Okay. Clarify perfection and loss. Okay. There could have been a group situation where a couple people might have been hard on you and then like you absorbed that energy here overall, or this was like an opportunity that you heard from friends that like didn't pay out. 3 of Wands specifically. And they're like, you'd be so great for this, but then it like actually didn't pan out for some sort of reason here. 2 of Cups, because there was a better partnership that was coming in later. So pay attention to like who's kind of saying, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do that here. Again, there's planes, there's travel here for a lot of you. There is an opportunity with that. For others of you, it seems like there's going to be a more successful, there's 2 travel options. One by like subway, bus, one by plane. The one by plane is going to be the payout one. And then there's also this like divine opportunity where you're going to be able to meet some sort of connection here. A lot of you, what's important right now is to be putting yourself out there, not look at this divine rejection, you know, as a bad thing. Like it was for your protection and it's because you're being redirected to another person that can help you with some sort of situations. I see a lot of you needing to get out there, use this time and into fall before, you know, it gets cold, to network, to do coffee dates, to go out to lunches, because there's something around like a group of individuals where you're kind of like, oh my God, this is going to be the greatest event ever. But really it's like you meet one person. And so there's almost like this need to put yourself out there a little bit more. The Fool card in the reverse, but you might be holding yourself back here. Knight of Coins and being like, but I want to be able to make money or whatever. And it's like you're almost doing it the hard way. And 6 of Cups, it's almost like there's people from the past that may want to actually support you here, but you block a blessing. It's like this energy of doing too much, thinking too much. And it's like, well, hey, someone's like, I'll pay you for this service. And then you're just like, well, no, I have to do something else here, blah, 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 blah. And it takes you like 10 hours. But then someone's like, I'll pay you, you know, for this for like 1 hour. And it's 10 hours plus of the amount of work here. 5 of Cups, but you almost like don't believe that you can do the job or you can get it done right. Some of you, again, 4 of Cups in the reverse, you might block a blessing with this. Some of you might be like not able to work because you actually have gone through some sort of death, dying, grief, and loss. So I'm so sorry for whoever that is. Could be an Aquarius. You could have it in your chart too. Tell me about setbacks and transporter. Got the Wheel of Fortune, babies. Spirit's asking you to move forward. Leave the past in the past. Move forward. There's some sort of divine transformation here as well. You could be getting signs of coins, penny from heavens. Again, you had that other card in the beginning that was like mechanic. You could be a mechanic. You could be working with your hands. You could be getting a new company car, some sort of raise, bonus, promotion. But again, traveling. And you could be seeing coins as well as the butterfly. Remember how I mentioned that earlier? The moon card. You don't see this coming here. Pisces. Jupiter, the original ruler of Pisces. I feel like you're not supposed to tell people. This is a brand new beginning, Virgos. Your energy, Gemini energy. All major arcana right here. These setbacks, for any of you that are experiencing them, Spirit's moving you forward here into divinely being guided down some sort of like path, a brand new beginning here of trusting your intuition overall. There's something around like someone is going to be like, yes, I'll hire you for that. For those of you that do any service-based industries, you are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 clients right away. So it does look good for you. Some of you might be in a contractor role or position here. For others of you, you almost didn't see this coming, but this was like the best thing that ever could happen. They're saying like, hold out hope. You're working on a lot of different things. You could be a gardener, a planter, and again, also moving for work or even doing something with communication, phone calls, emails, text messages. Pay attention to that. But Spirit does want to give this to you. You're going to be so fucking happy. And again, another butterfly here. Leo energy. That's the best card in the deck. You're moving forward and moving on. And I feel like a lot of you are moving out of this dark moon energy into this bright, sunny happiness here. So don't lose hope. Like, it's coming, okay? I feel like you have the tools. You could also be working with those people in a team here, those signs I mentioned, or family or friendships could be coming in for you to really discuss certain things. Tell me about ask for help here. Page of Cups in the reverse here. Some of you, this might be like help with your kiddos. Yeah, death, maybe like watching, you know, a child while at a funeral here. For others of you, this could also be maybe you have a child who is a Scorpio, or this is something where it's like you need to learn to ask for help because maybe that's been a blockage for you since childhood. Oh, I don't want to burden anybody. Oh, I don't want to, you know, look as if I need help here. The Devil card in the reverse, but you will free yourself from this. There's almost something about like pride and having the strength and the courage to actually move forward. For some of you, it's like you need to ask for help within some sort of situation as it relates to your public reputation, your persona, being connected to the right people, asking for maybe different roles, positions here. You could also be asking for like money, cash. Someone could be giving you cash here. This could be a Scorpio, a Capricorn here. But for a lot of you, you need to be able to break out of some sort of like bad habit of not allowing people to help you here. Okay. The King of Coins in the reverse here overall. Ace of Cups, Three of Blades. So you've had people that have like screwed you over in the past as well and kind of left you high and dry, specifically like different job opportunities didn't pan out, or, you know, maybe someone screwed you over in a will situation specifically, or even a third party situation cut you out of some sort of deal here. And I see you needing to really practice some self-compassion here and not allow yourself to be too big for help. King of Wands, take the leadership, take the action, move forward with that, okay? A lot of different interesting energies here. So, again, make sure you're asking for help. You might need to close up some sort of cycle here. Again, Five of Cups, depression, death, dying, and you also have Ten of Blades. Careful of being out in the community and anybody like hurting you or backstabbers at work here. Seven of Cups overall. Pay attention to your surroundings. Be mindful of them and what you might be hearing as opportunities through connections here. Okay, arguments. Some of you might be fighting over money here specifically, or there could be some financial disputes going on overall, but there is some sort of luck, wish fulfillment. Ladybugs could be significant to you. Anything you do now will be very prosperous for you, and you could get a lucky breakthrough financially, and that matches all the major arcana in the overall energy. Congratulations. Relationships. Virgos, got a dark card. Cool. Okay. You got somebody, you got two dark cards. It says hiding behind technology screens so they don't have to face you in person. The number 8, this person has a pattern of ghosting and leaving you. And you almost need to ask yourself, like, for more in relational connections, in sex. And remember, like, even date nights, you're worthy. They're better than this. They're better than this. And someone's gossiping or talking behind your back about this, be careful. And people are comparing you and your character, like you to, and your character to others in life. Also, be careful, Virgos. You know, I know a lot of people talk about gossip during Gemini season, but it's also like, pay attention to Virgo season. Don't be gossiping during this time. Don't allow that shit to fly, Virgos. Like, you're ruled by Mercury. I don't see that being good for you right now. Let's get some more. We're going to pull sexual energies with this too, because that's what it feels like. This was a friends with benefits here. So it's like they hit it and quit it. Mars in the 11th. They aren't a stable, committed person here. They don't really care for long-term commitments. You need to be bold and direct in your communication, though. And again, Mercury in the first house. If you're a Virgo sun rising, you could resonate with that first house energy. And rather than having people talk shit behind your backs, you want a comforting connection. Venus in the 4th house, somebody that feels like home, somebody that can really care about your energies. You could also have Mars in the 11th, Mercury in the 1st, Venus in the 4th. These people could. And when it comes to these people that are comparing you and your character to others in their life, all they care about is material power, money, possessions, wealth. And, you know, they have Pluto in the 2nd house here. And it's almost like their sexuality could be intertwined with like other people's money or material possessions, or that like is their own self-worth here, and they see partners as extensions of like their values. So that's why they're comparing you to like their exes, like, oh well, Virgo doesn't have all this money like I do. Or there's someone's using like your birth chart. This is gross. They're using your birth chart to look at like your 2nd house placements to actually see if you have a lot of money in there or not, and they're trying to like use occult wisdom against you. I don't like that. But this person needs to learn to detach from material validation and embrace sexual pleasure here. Careful of any intense financial shifts that could influence your intimate life. Let's clarify. Hiding behind technology. And this friends with benefits. 7 of desire. So they're the type of person that doesn't use any protection here, spiritually, sexually, relationally, overall. And they could have been hiding from you because they didn't tell you that they have a STD, STI, star card in the reverse. This could be an Aquarius, or this is someone who might have had some sort of receipt, done something without your consent, sexually or in a relationship. And this person was not destined for you, and they're at a distance. Some of you could have slept with a celebrity, had a connection with a celebrity. This could have been some sort of celebrity that like benefited off your energy, and they were like a friend here. And you're like, wow, that's literally what we're doing. Cool. Capricorn, Aquarius, this could have happened during those seasons. You could have like traveled to meet this person as well, and they could have just completely bolted, not showed up. But it's also like there's certain things where you're not being prioritized. And 5 of desires in the reverse, like wands, you don't want to prioritize these relationships that aren't actually there for you. It's weird. The Chariot, moving on. So again, person's hiding behind screens and technologies could be an Aquarius or a Capricorn. They could have Mars in the 11th house, or, you know, Aries. Just pay attention. but they're hiding because they're lying about something that they could have slept with multiple people across the world too, and then given you some sort of STD, STI. Ask for more in sex, love, and relationships. Be bold in direct communication. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah. 5 of ecstasy, and it came out sideways. 5 of cups. So don't use drugs, don't use alcohol to reduce any anxiety with this. Performance anxiety. Knight of pleasures, pentacles. Show people tangibly what it is you want, what it is you need, how they can be committed to you. This could also be a new opportunity for a committed connection to come in, and this person might be a very sexually stable person. But 5 of seductions. There could be some people trying to like fuck shit up here. The strength card could be a Leo, or Knight of ecstasy. Knight of ecstasy. Okay. Someone around you specifically, this could be you, Virgo, or another person. Take what resonates with you. Could be using a lot of substances, could be saying things that are very like I mentioned with gossip here, emotionally manipulative, trying to get in the way of you and this new opportunity here. And it's almost like you had 2 opportunities, but someone's like jealous of this, so they almost want to talk shit about this other person so then they can actually like take you out, do whatever. This could be a Leo, but this is someone who like almost wanted to force you to be able to be in a relationship with them, or force you to go out on a date with them, or force you to have sex with them. And it just seems like they blocked a blessing because you're like, no, you think I'd be attracted to you after this? No, you think I'd actually want to give you the time of day after this? No. And they're actually really emotionally immature, and they kind of are like a mean, mad drunk is what I'm picking up on with this here. So for whoever that's for, it's almost like you need to cut this off. There is some sort of success that wants to happen here. 6 of desires in the upright, and someone else that wants to come in. Death in the reverse. You're stuck on this person. Leo, Scorpio, Leo again, 19. Breaking down to a 10. Karmic person, individual, energy, vampire overall. Tell me about who's talking shit in this comforting connection. 3 desires. Cool. This is a group of people for some of you. Ace of desires. Who cares? You're going to get a better person coming in. Judgment in the reverse. Scorpio and Ace of pleasures. Jesus. 10 of cups. Virgos, there's someone who's like talking to you and trying to get in the middle of your relationship, or if you're single and you're out there and you're dating or you're hooking up with people, whatever, they're trying to be like, oh, you're such a slut, you had a threesome, or oh wow, this person F's everyone. They're like showing me Luann in Real Housewives, so I don't know, you could be like from New York watching this or something, but it's like, you F everyone, and someone's like pissed here. Or this could be someone that like was caught cheating in your relationship, if you are in a relationship, or a third party affair. There's just someone that's just trying to get into your drama and your business for those committed partnerships. For singles, there's like someone new coming in for you here, but they almost say something that really hurts your feelings overall, or you say something that hurts their feelings, like, and you might be hooking up with them, and it's almost like, ooh, this was not the best decision or judgment call, and then you're like, F, why did I do that? And it's like, you live in you learn, but you also have to learn, if you want a comforting connection, you need to be a comforting connection here. This is also some sexual shadow work, be it for you or this other individual. Could be a Scorpio here, but someone could also be using sex as a weapon to manipulate you, to get you back. And with Ace of pleasures in the reverse, an earth sign energy is not as grounded or committed to showing up for you. And this is someone, 10 of ecstasy in the reverse. It's like because they're going through some sort of divorce situation, they want to be there for you. You could see that they're like, you could see yourself having a life with them and like family here, but they almost aren't there for their family. And this could also be someone who, like your chosen family, your friends here, are trying to hook you up with somebody, but it doesn't work out right away. In the future, there is some sort of wish fulfillment in regards of a sexual connection or a partnership, but I just don't feel like right now, God, what's going on, Virgos? This is messy. It just feels like you're having to really like stand up for yourself, talk about and be bold and direct with your intimate conversations with people, especially like with your sexual identity or intimacy or pleasure, and establish some sort of comforting connection with individuals, but also making sure that like power struggles and control and manipulation dynamics don't get in the way. Very interesting. You have some very like strong energies right now. Like at the beginning, you had lots of multiple messages from various decks here. I've got like 10 decks that I'm using that were all like work and career. And then you have all this relational energy that is truly like darker, shadowy, sexual in nature. So there's just something, you know, that it seems like that's what you're really focused in on. But going back to the other oracle messages, I feel like you need to ignore some of this, sit in spirit, hermit your energy, and really get some sort of wisdom from this situation. The moon card, literally do this on the full moon eclipse. Trust your instincts in relationships and your intuition here. 3 of seductions, especially if someone's cheating on you or there's some sort of rumor. Yeah, news comes out. Page of pleasures here. Somebody tells you about this. This could be somebody you've known for a while or childhood. Devil card in the reverse. This is like coming out of unhealthy habits with sex and feeling better. It's also like that could have happened and that pain could really have hurt you. And it's also like now you know, like, I'm glad that I know this information so then I can actually understand like how to move forward with this and heal this. Someone needs to be held accountable here. So you might be enabling a person or a situation to continue, and someone here requires emotional intimacy before they can have sex with you, Virgo. So you may need to work on your EQ during this time, emotional intimacy skills, just all the things. Very, very, very interesting. Again, EQ, emotional manipulation, Pluto in the 4th house here. You could have had a home or a childhood or just, you know, early family environment here that had a lot of power, control, abuse tactics, dynamics, and you might really just crave that emotional vulnerability in secure relationships here. Some of you might be sexually psychic, where you have a lot of like psychic gifts and abilities, and you might just know what a partner wants or they know what you want, vice versa. This could be like some of you wanting this like higher level commitment here as well. Could be an 8th houser or nice, and I cut the deck and it's like 8th house. Could have Neptune in the 8th or even Venus in the 8th here specifically. So again, take what resonates with you, leave the rest, boo. Let's shuffle this out, Virgos. Happy birthday. Let me know what resonates in the comments below. Like I said, no idea who this read is for, but yeah, your crown chakra I feel like is very active overall, and your third eye chakra here, clairvoyance, showing up right away. Okay. Spiritual animal totems. We discussed that. Watch out for the animal signs coming in and out of your life and dreams. Planets. Pay attention to the current astrologies. Astrology's nice. Pay attention what to do during retrogrades, void moons. And again, you have the eclipse season coming up here. And keep up to date astrologically. Synchronicities. Pay attention to all the divine signs, synchronicities, angel numbers, music, words, animal signs, and what your guides are telling you. They want you to get grounded here, okay? Air. Work with the air element. Get outside. Cleanse your energy. Focus on breath work, affirmations, meditation, instant manifestation. Woo! You have all the power to manifest all the successes in your life. Don't doubt yourself, okay? If you're watching at the end, watch the whole reading. This is important. And solar plexus chakra. Work on your confidence and self-esteem during this time. Major changes are happening. We got shakeup, unexpected news, and information is coming. Be ready. Attract better or attracting better. You may be using the law of attraction. to bring a better mindset to you and spiritual tests. You've been through a lot of tests during this time. You're learning lessons, you're closing out cycles, and your prayers have been heard. You're moving on to the next level of blessings here. And I feel like that's going to come in after these eclipsey energies, out with the old, in with the new, and go with the flow. Boo. Okay. Virgos, I love you. Make sure to show the channel some support, some love. It's completely free to you. Like, subscribe, hype this video, share it with a friend, yo. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what resonates with you. And I think I will be doing your sibling sign Pisces soon. I felt like I needed to do you because it was your birthday season. So if you want me to do your read sooner, love up this video, okay? I love you. Stay tuned for more. Stay shameless.